one thing that ways that we work together.
Yeah.
For example, between Ayo and not even Ayo, sorry, between Kunle and Temi, right?
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of what Kunle is wearing is white and very calm and very just basic for her to sort of shine, right?
Yeah, exactly. Temi was like the opposite of that.
Yeah,
Yes,
because again, he's this guy, a lot of old money, and they're very subtle kind of thing where they would rather have their money show
on their
than on them.
Temi was the perfect
exactly because she's like
that
fashionate girl,
trendy, very fashion, like your fashion eats girl. So
exactly.
Yes, it was. That's another thing that was we're able to do, and it was. I think for Kunle and Temi, it was the easier one for us because just like you said, he was just almost like a canvas that Temi could bounce off of. So it was easy in terms of even the looks that we put together and working together to create those looks. It was one of the easier ones.
Yeah.
The girls were their most fashionable when they were together because it's almost like a thing. Like girls like to dress up. When we're around each other, it's almost like that's when you feel the most feminine or the most. So we tried to do that with the girls. So every time you saw them together, they were in their most fashionable outfits. Temi and Atlanta. It was Momo's idea for them to sort of look almost. It was almost as if Ayo went off and got another Temi.
Yeah.
So in the scenes that we saw them together, they were always wearing similar looks in terms of color, in terms of style, in terms of even their hair. Yeah. One that I remember vividly was the Angel's office. If you notice exactly, Temi's pants and Kemi's dress were sort of like the same color combo and just all of that. And even in the scene in the furniture store, so that was another part of that whole character thing.
Also, I think
trying to remember
talking about couples between Ayo and Temi as well. So Ayo is in a lot of flamboyant clothing. First time we see him is in this very dramatic suit. It's never tacky. He's just very conscious of himself, and maybe that's part of the problem is that he's very conscious of himself.
Yes, exactly.
And maybe not very conscious of other people, conscious of Temi, and wanting to be more selfless about her. Yep. But you can tell that they're sort of like two sides of the same coin.
Yes. And it seems like that's one of the main attractions for each other, I guess. Or sort of like one of the passion bonds that they share. I think it was the fact that they were literally the same people, but a male and female body, I think.
I also think about the comparison between, say, for example, Kunle and Sheriff. That was one very interesting distinction we had to make because both of them are very wealthy in the film.
Yeah.
But how do you sort of tell the story of one person's wealth versus the other? Yeah. So it's like one is an Eko boy, Lagos boy. The other person is a northern guy.
Yeah.
How do we? And they're both sophisticated. They're both clean. They're both sort of simple. So how do we sort of create that distinction and create identity with each character? Yeah. And I think having Sheriff in these colors that were not bright but were textured. I think texture was the thing with Sheriff, with velvet. So very lush, very luxe textures. Even having like wool, cashmere, things like that were just very... Because with them, the money is more about sort of the luxurious feeling, With Kunle, it's more like very understated.
Yeah.
Very understated. It's a simple watch that might just catch your attention. You realize if you know, you know.
Yeah.
With Kunle's people, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
But with the northern people, in the film, Sheriff, on arrival, you can just tell that, boy, this is some serious money.
Said, money is the color of their color.
The color of money. Yeah. So,
I think another character that I want to talk about that I was very excited on telling their story through the fashion is Ama. Having worked on before 30.
Before 30.
And Ama's just transitioning. I think we were able to tell that story with her costume, really, because I hope we have all watched before 30.
You better have.
But watching her, how she evolved, her fashion evolved from that to now, and the colors, she was more confident, and that you could tell that in her outfits, in her hair, accessories, and all of that. So that was another character that I really loved, developing through the fashion that we used to tell the story.
Okay, let me tell you first, what's what she didn't want. This is first day on set. I thought I was going to enter the ground. First day on set, there is a linen suit, because a lot of what Kunle wears is linen. There's a linen suit. Now, the bane of Momo's existence, even outside of filmmaking, when a man tucks in a shirt, you see that mid area right before you get to the waistline of the pants, it has to be smooth. Like, I don't have to explain to you. It has to be like tucked in smooth. There's no line. It has to be like as if you laid it on a table. It has to be smooth. Then the collar. So then the collar stands. It has to it can't slap, bro. Between every take, my name. At some point, I thought someone else owned my name. I just I'm just like, Jesus is Lord. But no, she couldn't, when it came to the details and how clean, how polished. Yeah. I think that's the word, polished, because it was about believability. Yeah. It had to be on 100%. Mm-hmm. We know these characters in real life. We live with them. Some of them are our brothers, our sisters, our family friends. We know these guys. We see them everywhere. You know them, these wealthy people. So it was like we had to really get it right and really be as honest as possible in how we portrayed them. So she didn't like that. But what she liked, this is interesting. What she liked is you could never give her too much finesse. You could never give Mo too much finesse. If you told her that you had a really dope shirt or suit or whatever, she will find a way to put it aside. She'll say, bring it. Will you see? Say, you say you have a nice suit? Let me see. Oh, bring it. Somebody wants to give us a nice outfit? Bring it. The trend is what? Bring it. No problem. So anytime you gave her something that looks really beautiful, that was just aesthetically pleasing. Yes. Give it to Momo. She'll find a way to
put it. Momo is a fashion girl at heart. She is it's in her. So what I enjoyed was the fact that Momo would not turn down any idea when it came to the fashion of it. Anything, any idea is a good idea. She was open in that regard. So I think that was one of the things that made it very easy, because any pairing that looks good was let's do it. Oh, yes, exactly. But another thing, one thing that she did not like, Momo is a sucker for finishing, finishing of outfits and all of that. We had to custom make a lot of pieces for Aisha. So I remember that in the finishing of all of that, they had to this scene, the plane, the private jet scene.
Oh yeah.
Yes, the air hostess. That look, oh my God. Because we tried to get it as close to a proper air hostess that's you find on a private jet. Yeah, exactly. That look there was the hat that did not fit well. It was a lot of back and forth.
Haga.
Yes. Another thing that I remember, I know that Momo hates is creases.
Yeah, that's the word.
And that was why it was on there, because it was a thing of sometimes you be on set, maybe they are taking long to shoot and something has happened and the clothes. Aisha, you see, and the first thing is it's not your fault, so because the one that they don't shoot on time. They didn't shoot on time. The clothes squeezed, but is a problem. Momo will scream your name from here upstairs waiting. You will now have to go and get that thing re-steamed before this.
Meanwhile, it's now that as you're now receiving it, you're not the one that is now
Just
taking
know
time.
that in case if anything happens again, you still re-steam the cloth.
I think
that's.
I think the only things that works harder than both of us on our department was steamers. Steamers worked.
I'm just 100%.
The steamers worked.
The iron, eh? Oh God.
It worked.
But yeah, that was the beauty of it. I think that's the reason why all of the looks look,
Yeah.
you know, all of the outfits,
Pristine.
you know, yeah, pristine and everything just pulled together nicely.
We just want to say thank you so
We're getting so much love, really, yeah, especially about the fashion.
Yeah.
People have been in my DMs, you know, talking about how much they love the fashion and everything. So thank you so much, guys, for actually, you know, like watching it and actually taking notes. The work.
Some of you guys don't know, but
put into it.
Aisha and I, this is our third project together,
Yeah.
right? From 2016 when we shot Banana
Island Ghost,
So
yes.
literally we've been working together for 9 years.
Yes.
And
yes.
I think this is my best person to work with on a
Yes,
project.
same here.
For sure. So guys,
Absolutely.
thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Just like you said, my friends actually were sending me screenshots of tweets, actually, of because I'm not on Twitter, I'm not really on. But they sent me screenshots of tweets people talking about, and there were so many. I was just like,
Yes, we
talking about
love
the
this.
costume.
Yes,
So,
exactly. The love
thanks,
is phenomenal.
guys. I appreciate it. So, guys, make sure you go watch After 30. It's a love. It's a love. Should I call it a love story to all of us? When I say all of us, not you, us who works on the project, because we've been on this journey for what 9, 10, at least 9, 10 years. For all of us, and it's a huge labor of love. It was Momo's directorial debut on a feature.
Yeah.
And for it to be an Amazon MGM original is just phenomenal. So please go watch it. Okay, it's available on Amazon Prime. It's number 1. Go watch it and enjoy the fashions, as they say. So much really great fashion, and it's beautiful to watch. So please go watch.